It's live music today on WNCW from Studio V. Samantha Fish and the band. Yeah, now, that's not your song, is that?
No, it's a Barbara Lewis song.
Yeah, it sounds great. How do you decide, like when you're digging back in these old songs, and what works for you?
When we were making the Chills and Fever record, it was we really were kind of combing for obscure classics, and that was one of them that Bobby Harlow, my producer, brought to me. And in the original version, I was like, I don't know how, if I could see myself in this. And then we took it in the studio. I ended up loving it, and it became a favorite of the audience. People really, they request that song and they like it.
Yeah.
So.
It sounds great. The band is absolutely just dialed
you.
in. Yeah. How long's this band been playing together?
So all of us together at once, January.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So we've had about 5 months. We've been working it out.
I guess it'd be fun to talk about the two records you put out last year, but I was wondering because they are so different sonically, and then I was wondering like, what's the live set gonna be?
That was the challenge. Yeah. It was like, how are we gonna do this? We got R&B and brass, and then we got Americana fiddle, and I was like, everything. How's that? That's the answer to the question. Is everything.
You want to talk about those two records? Was it intentional that they were so different? And
no, I mean, I recorded Belle the West first, actually, and it kind of came out of like the Wild Heart era. I'd recorded that one with Luther Dickinson back in 2014, 2015. And we had this really great experience at his studio in the Zebra Ranch studio in Mississippi. And we recorded all acoustic. And it was literally like one microphone in a room. So any mistakes you made, they live forever. But I wanted to go back in that situation and record an album with that kind of feeling. But with my songs, kind of like Americana, maybe more country styling writing, and blend that with Mississippi. Yeah. And that was Belle of the West. And when it came time to put it out, we'd been working on some other projects, and it was just, it felt like the right time to expand the band. And then so Chills and Fever, came to be. But I didn't want to shelve one for the other, so it was like, we'll just do them both in a year. And I know it seems kind of crazy, but it seems to be working out.
It's funny because in my mind, I was following the order they were released. And I was like, oh, she went from rocking into this more sensitive songwriting kind of thing.
Well, so. They worked well together. I think, when we do the show live, it all really makes sense.
Yeah. Chills and Fever with the Detroit Cobras, right?
Yeah, well, former members of the Detroit Cobras, absolutely, yeah. So like very rock and roll.
In your face and
yeah, and then New Orleans brass,
Right.
It was a whole sound.
Yeah. Your audience, are they're on board either way? Who like Samantha Fish fans?
I think when we came out with Chills and Fever, it was a little bit of a shock because they'd only ever heard me do a trio, and so to go from a trio to a 6-piece, there were people who were like scared I was gonna put down guitar and start dancing or something, But no, I mean they come to the show and it's still just as much energy and it's fun, and I think now they're with us, and so when we put out Belle of the West, they're just like, yeah, right.
When you're the band leader, like all these people behind you are obviously great musicians versus the trio. I mean, there's a give and a take. I don't know. Which do you prefer, or what's the difference?
I prefer this, of course. I mean, I've had fun musically my entire career, but I love this because it's a whole other layer of, drama to work with. We can really take it to the moon and back with this band. That's what you got when you have extra pieces, and there's a little more thought that goes into it. It's not as much jamming, but we can still jam. We do every night. So,
are you doing the arrangements and stuff like that, or is it the whole band, or how are you working?
We all
out?
work together. I mean, it's pretty well thought out on the albums, and then we kind of like spread out from there.
Yeah, awesome. So Samantha Fish, again, these two records, we played them in reverse order, but we had Chills and Fever at the start of last year, and then Belle of the West came out late last year, I guess, something like that.
Yeah, November.
Yeah. What's next? Do you have any new projects in the works?
Totally, yeah. I'm writing for the next record. And I'm, I don't want to tell you what it's going to be about because I don't want to spoil it. So, but it's coming next year. We're going to be putting out another album. So
cool. All right. So Samantha Fish, if people want to learn about you, what's the website? Where?
SamanthaFish.com.
Yeah, nice and easy.
Definitely.
Up at Leaf tonight. Who else is playing? Do you know? I should have looked at the schedule.
Any takers? There's some really great acts. I saw Ani DeFranco is going to be on the bill, and yeah. I was checking it out on the way up, so it's going to be a fun time.
Fun. And then you're heading off to Charleston tomorrow?
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, we're doing the Poorhouse tomorrow.
Yeah. Wow. Lots of driving.
All the time.
So yeah, someone told me once that like musicians get paid to drive, and then for fun they get to play a show. So
yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly.
Well,
that's the funnest part of the day.
So we're having fun right now. We're live in Studio B, Samantha Fish and the band. What's next?
Actually, I'm going to take you back even further because we haven't had the opportunity to play this on a live session with the new band. This was a song I recorded as a trio on the Wild Heart record, but it's called Highways Hold Me Now. So we're going to do that.